Welcome everybody to Lighthouse Qigong. Welcome to my Lighthouse Qigong studio here in Gold River. Blessings and love to all of you, wherever you are. If you are following me on YouTube, hit follow, subscribe, and like this video. Let's start with some gentle stretches, opening up the body, taking some nice deep breaths. Today's class will be what I affectionately call a ceiling to floor inventory. A ceiling to floor inventory where we're going to work with opening up all the joints in the body. We're going to work with opening up all the major muscle groups in the body, getting the qi flowing. Getting the qi flowing through all of your cells. Human body contains between 30 trillion and 50 trillion cells. So we're going to infuse our bodies, our physical bodies, with qi. Let's bring the hands right about chest level. This opens up the mid-back. Taking some nice deep breaths here. Starting to feel the air moving across your hands. Maybe you're feeling a little bit of tingling. That's the qi waking up. Let's bring the hands right about waist level. This is going to open up the lumbar spine. And then now let's very gently move into opening up the body a little bit deeper. This is called knocking on the door of life. The door of life is that acupuncture point in the low back between L2 and L3 in the lumbar spine. Just waking up the body, the energy of the physical body. We say in Qigong that the body is the door to the experience of life. And life is not just the physical life. The body is the door to all of life, what we call in Qigong the three treasures. So let's just open everything up here. Opening up the spleen and pancreas, the stomach, the liver, the gallbladder, the kidneys, the bladder. Taking some nice deep breaths. Now let's make a light fist and knock right below the collarbones. This opens up the lungs. The lungs are the commanders of qi in Chinese medicine. The lungs are how we bring oxygen into the body. Bring the knocking back down. And now let's just swim. Swim in light. Swimming in light in all of its myriad manifestations. When we think about light, we tend to think just about visible light, but visible light is a very small portion of the spectrum of light, which includes microwaves, ultraviolet waves, radio waves. So we're just swimming in light. We're absorbing light. Now let's slow the movement down. We call this moving through honey. When we slow the movement down, several things happen. The first is the mind begins to quiet. Your thoughts begin to still. The second thing that happens is you start to feel the qi on a deeper level. Maybe feeling a little bit of tingling in your fingers. Just notice what you feel. There's no right or wrong. Now relax to surrender hands and check in with the body, noticing how you feel. We start by doing a body scan, starting at the top of the head, working our way down, all the way through the body. I call it checking in with the usual suspects. We all have those usual suspects, those aches and pains from old injuries, arthritis, whatever it is. Just check in with your usual suspects. We're not trying to fix anything here. We're just noticing how the body feels. Noticing how your body feels. Working our way all the way down through the torso, through the legs, into the feet. We end up just noticing the energy in our feet. How do your feet feel? Notice that connection to the earth, the energy of yin. Another couple of breaths here, checking in with the usual suspects. And relax, shake it out a little bit. In fact, let's do some shaking. Let's wake up the body. Shaking is a great way to stir up the chi, get things going. It's a good way to get the blood moving. Where the chi moves, the blood follows. Where the chi moves, the blood follows. So we're waking up the energy of the body, waking up the chi, bouncing into the heels. As you bounce into the heels, this is good for creating bone density. It's great if you have osteoporosis or osteopenia. This enlivens our immune system, our bone marrow. Taking some nice deep breaths. You can use what we call the heart whisper sound. It's a deep sigh. It's a ah, ah. Using the heart whisper sound is a good way to purge. It's a purging sound that gets rid of tight muscles, helps relieve tight muscles, gets rid of negative emotions. We use the heart whisper sound. It's kind of the jack of all trades of healing sounds in Qigong for releasing, purging out negative emotions, tight muscles. And now relax to surrender hands and notice how your body feels. Notice that tingling. That's the chi. Now let's grasp that chi. We're going to grasp it between the hands and we're going to bring that chi right in through the navel and down. Fingertips, middle fingers point and touch lightly at the navel. We want to infuse the energy of our bodies with chi. Take some nice deep breaths here, bringing that chi, that tingling that we were feeling in our hands and bringing it down deep into a place that we call the pearl, the place of origin. The ancients call this Yuan Chi, Y-U-A-N Chi, original Chi. It's a place of yin and yang combining. The yin of your mother, the yang of your father combining to create you, the pearl. And now let's take this energy that's infused in the pearl and let's circulate it in a microcosmic orbit. And we do that simply by just grasping down, reaching up, taking a nice deep inhale. We bring the fingertips right up the center line of the body. We're infusing the energy of the spine here. Right up to the top of the head, the crown standing a little taller. And then as we exhale, we grasp like a water wheel. We call this turning the wheel. We grasp this wheel and we pull it down as we exhale. A little bit of a rounding of the back, just that flow like seaweed in a tidal pool. And then we grasp the chi again, tightening the muscles, especially in the pelvic floor, squeezing the buttocks. That helps to bring the chi up the spine. And then as we get to the top of the inhale, the crown, we exhale and we just let that chi flow down the front of the body. Inhaling, grasping, pulling up the chi, infusing the microcosmic orbit. The microcosmic orbit was a secret practice until the late 20th century. It was a secret practice because it empowered people. It helped them to discover their innate power of self-healing and self-actualization, the microcosmic orbit. So we're just moving, we're turning this wheel of chi. Think of it as a circle, kind of like a racetrack circle of golden light going up your spine and then down the front of your body into the pelvic floor, the base of the pelvic floor. And we squeeze as we come up, inhale, exhaling as we relax and come down. Let's do this 2 more times. This invigorates the microcosmic orbit. It'll keep spinning, doing its own thing, but without us even really being aware of it, for the next approximately 12 hours. Last one, inhale, squeezing the chi up through the tailbone, all the way up the spine, all the way into the brain, to the crown. Then we exhale, and we just waterfall the energy down the front. And at the bottom of the exhale, we just release the wheel, and we come to surrender hands. And notice how your body feels. That's the microcosmic orbit. We would do that practice anytime we're feeling a little off. Maybe you feel like you're getting a cold or allergies. We're in allergy season here in Northern California. Maybe allergies are getting to you. When we infuse the microcosmic orbit with chi, the body's self-defenses go into turbocharge mode. We start to begin that inner healer that is in our DNA. It's in all of us. We just have to invigorate it. All right, let's shake out the feet. Now let's begin our what I call ceiling to floor renovation. And we'll start this with spinal cord breathing. The feet are a comfortable width apart, making a light fist with your hands. And from here, we're going to inhale up, opening, nice stretch, pushing the hips forward, nice deep inhale. Really get as much air into your lungs as you can. And then as you exhale, we come down, squeezing the abs, rounding the back, bending the knees a little bit. Little pause at the bottom of the exhale. Then we inhale as we come up. Inhaling up, exhaling down. We're lubricating all the joints in the spine. This practice today is about opening up the big muscles in the body, stretching out the body, and lubricating all the joints for self-healing. So we just get into this flow. Nice deep inhale. Little pause at the top of the inhale. And then as we exhale, we come down and we squeeze. That helps to invigorate our digestive tract. Invigorating our digestive tract helps our digestion become more efficient at extracting chi from what we eat and drink. And we're also taking nice deep breaths, bringing in oxygen molecules. The oxygen and the chi from what we eat join in the blood and distribute to all the cells through the heart pumping. So we're just flowing with this. And now, on this next one, if you're mirroring me, you're going to turn to your left leg. Turning to your left leg, twisting. Twisting and opening. This opens up the hips, the low back, and the rib cage. Then we exhale and we come back to center. Come down, squeezing at the bottom. And we inhale, twist to the other leg, opening up the lumbar spine, stretching out the rib cage, opening up the hips, exhaling, coming back to center. Just getting into the flow here. You don't have to continually watch me on your device, your smartphone or your tablet or your TV. You can get into your own flow here, listening to some nice music that you've put on, some relaxation music maybe, music to do Qigong by, opening up, lubricating, synovial fluid, that magic fluid that nobody's ever heard of, but it actually is a real lubricant that we use, the body uses, chi-infused synovial fluid. It lubricates all the joints in the body. Let's do two more, inhaling, twisting, opening, feeling that stretch. The lungs open, more oxygen molecules come into our body. The alveoli in our lungs squeeze out the oxygen into the blood. Last one, inhale, twist and open. And now as we come back to center, unclench the fists, point the fingertips at each other and just float the hands down the center line of the body. Taking several nice deep breaths here and letting gravity pull the hands down, watching how that feels in your hands as you resist gravity. Gravity, that mysterious energy of the earth. And then at the bottom, float the hands out to surrender hands and check in. How are your usual suspects after doing these first several exercises? And then shake it out. We like to shake out in between exercises. Qigong is a very grounding exercise routine. The feet will get tired. So what we can do throughout the practice is shake out the feet, shake out the hands at the same time. And if during any of the exercises you feel that your feet are getting tired, you can just gently sway back and forth during the exercise, or you can go from heel to toes. That keeps the chi and the blood flowing in the feet. Let's move on to dog wagging the tail. This opens up the sides of the spine. Dog wagging the tail, we're just gently moving, swaying side to side. Dog wagging the tail opens up the sides of the spine. The sides of the spine are where we chronically hold tension. If you ever find yourself not able to go to sleep at night and you sleep on your side, odds are that you have some tension in the lateral or sides of your spine. A nice way to alleviate that is to get up and just do this exercise for about a minute. That will take stress out of the sides of your spine. You should be able to get back to sleep within a few minutes. So we're just going back and forth. This is very gentle. The breath here is just deep and normal. It's important to say to you that in Qigong, during any of the exercises on my YouTube station, David and Marilyn Qigong, at David Mitchell 6972. It's important to say that we don't go into pain or discomfort with anything we do in Qigong. Here, we're just gently opening the body. It's about flexibility gained through slow, deep breathing and slow movement. Invigorating the body, opening the muscles. And now relax to surrender hands. Notice how your body feels. All right, this next exercise is called the wave. And we start with our feet comfortable width apart, our hands just resting on our thighs. We'll use our hands as support throughout this exercise. We're going to start by taking a nice deep inhale, looking up at the ceiling, looking up at the sky if you're outside. And then as we exhale, we keep the chin jutted forward as we come down, coming down, 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 supporting ourselves with our hands on the thighs, keeping the chin jutted forward. At the bottom of the exhale, you tuck the chin in And we inhale as we come up, slowly unstacking that cervical spine. Top of the inhale, we're looking up at the ceiling, looking up at the sky. Exhaling, coming down. Just getting into this flow. Tucking in that chin, really squeeze in the chin into the chest. That activates the thyroid and the parathyroid. Getting those hormones going and flowing into the body for balance. The wave. Lubricating again, we're working with synovial fluid. Let's do 2 more. Nice deep inhale up. Exhale as we come down. Tucking in the chin, really squeezing, massaging the thyroid, parathyroid. Exhaling as we come down on our last one. Exhaling down. And then slowly come back up to surrender hands. Noticing how you feel. All right, so this next exercise is going to open up all the big muscles in the body. We're going to take a wider leg stance here. Wide leg stance, when we do these wide leg stance, it really gives us a deeper connection to the earth, and it helps to stimulate this area inside of the thighs called the Kwa. K-U-A in Chinese, the Kwa, energy leg gates. The passageways of energy from the earth up the legs, up the insides of the legs, and into the torso that invigorates the organs in the torso. So we're going to start by taking a nice deep inhale up. At the top of the inhale, we're grasping one wrist with one hand. It doesn't matter which one. Then as we exhale, we come down, keeping our legs as straight as possible. Now again, we don't go into pain or discomfort, so you can modify this as necessary. At the bottom of the exhale, again, you don't have to touch the floor with your hands. At the bottom of the exhale, you bend your knees a little bit, and then you inhale, coming up, stretching like you're trying to touch the sky, touch the ceiling, exhaling, hinging over at the waist. Getting into your own flow here, listening to your body. Feel that stretch in the back of the hamstrings as you come down. Then as you inhale, you're bending your knees a little bit, coming up. A little bit of an arch to the spine as you come up. Really stretching, and then exhaling, hinging. Get a little bit of a wave-like flow with the spine as you come up. Inhaling. A little bit of a wave that lubricates the spine. We're opening up the gastrocs in the calves, the hamstrings, the psoas muscles, P-S-O-A-S. One of the most important muscle groups in the body, inside of the thighs. They're the only muscle group that wraps around the spine. The psoas muscles wrap around the spine at the lumbar, in the lumbar area. It's the only muscle group that does that. So the lumbar and the psoas are connected to so many things about daily life, healthy, balanced daily life. We want to keep the psoas muscles healthy, get the chi and the blood flowing through them. Stretching out the rib cage as we come up. We'll do two more. So we're inhaling. These are bending, coming up. Top of the inhale. Exhaling as we hinge over. This will be the last one. Inhaling, knees are bending, coming up. Top of the inhale, release the hands. And now come down to the sides. And notice how your body feels. All right, we're going to place our hands right on the thighs. We're going to stay in this baseball position with the wide leg stance, and we're just going to do some gentle stretching back and forth. Just weight shifting. The breath here is just deep and normal. This opens up those psoas muscles that connect into the lumbar spine. So we're just going back and forth. Nice deep breath. You can even use the heart whisper here if you feel a little bit of tightness. Ah. 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 Let's do two more, one to each side. Just taking our time, feel that stretch, opening. Last one to the other side. Stretch and open. Then we come back to center, surrender hands, walk our feet back in, and notice how you feel after that. All right, this next exercise is going to work with the energy of the wrists. We're just going to bring our hands out, palms up, and we're just going to do gentle circles. Nice and gentle. The breath here is just relaxed, deep and normal. Going slow. This lubricates the wrists, lubricates the fingers. You can even wiggle your fingers a little bit here as we do this. And then now let's reverse direction. Let's go the other way. Balancing, lubricating. You can add a little bit more movement. Now we're working with the elbows. Bringing the elbows, lubricating the elbow joints. And then relax to surrender hands. Notice how your body feels. Notice how your hands feel. Notice that chi flowing down the arms and into the fingertips. All right, this next exercise is called stirring the rice. If you're mirroring me, you're going to take your right foot out in front of you, right foot out. The left foot is back. The weight is balanced to start. So stirring the rice is going to lubricate the shoulder joints. The key to doing stirring the rice correctly is letting the shoulder do the work and letting the arm be dead weight. We start here with a nice deep inhale. And then as we exhale, we weight shift to that front. Again, the right leg, if you're mirroring me, letting that right arm be dead weight, coming down and around. At the bottom of the exhale, that right hand is on the inside of the right leg. Then as we start the inhale, we use the shoulder to pull that dead arm up to the ear, and we weight shift to that back, that left leg. Top of the inhale, it's like we're squeezing our ear. Then we exhale, dead weight, down and around. Inhale, weight shifts to the back leg. Exhale, stir the rice. Inhale, weight shifting to that back leg. See, you can't quite touch my ear with my shoulder. Exhale down. We'll do one more. Then we'll switch legs. So inhaling, squeezing, exhaling down and around. And then let's switch legs. So now if you're mirroring me, you've got your left leg out, right leg back, the weight's balanced. Take a nice deep inhale. And as we exhale, the weight shifts to that front leg. Now it's important to remember to keep that knee directly over the heel. We've got our other hand on our thigh here. So we're coming down with the exhale down around to the inside. Then we inhale, letting the shoulder pull up that dead weight arm. Weight shifts to that back leg. Top of the inhale, then when we exhale, we relax. Come down, we stir the rice. Inhale, weight shift back. Exhale, relax, the weight shifts to the front leg. stirring the rice. Let's do one more. Inhale. Squeezing up the shoulder to the ear. Exhaling as we relax. Weight shifting down to the front and around. And then we inhale back. And let's just wiggle the shoulders around. Just wiggle around a little bit. You can come up on your toes. A little bit of shaking and just wiggling the shoulder joints. Did some work with the shoulders, lubricating shoulder joints. Use that heart whisper sound. Just to cleanse out any residual tightness or stress in those shoulder muscles. And then relax the surrendered hands. All right, so let's move down. We're gonna do a little bit of Qigong hula here. Hands are on the waist and we're just doing some gentle hip circles. Doesn't matter which way your hips are circling, we're gonna reverse direction. Be nice and gentle here. The breath is relaxed and deep. Lubricating the hips. And now let's go the other way. Reversing direction. Feel that opening in the hips, nice and gentle. We hold a lot of tension in our hips. So this helps to release tension, lubricating the hip joints. Let's do 2 more circles. And then relax to surrender hands. Notice how you feel. So the last of our ceiling to floor renovation, we're going to work with the knees and the feet a little bit here. So we're going to come down. Our feet are close together, our hands are on our knees, and we're just doing gentle circles. Gentle circles, again, it doesn't matter what direction you go. You're lubricating your knees and you're lubricating your ankles. You're also working on the hips still. Just gentle circles. This is really good for knee health. And now let's reverse direction. Let's go the other way. Couple more circles. And then relax to surrender hands. And notice how your body feels. So let's close by just taking some nice deep breaths, bringing our hands over the belly, over our lower treasure, right around the navel. Just taking some nice deep breaths here. Just letting the energy from this practice today, wherever you are, just letting the energy settle. You have started a healing journey. You've taken a step today by doing this practice. Bringing our hands to prayer position at the lotus heart jewel, our middle treasure, our emotional center. Bowing our heads, quiet, patient, trust, love. Blessings and love. Namaste. Thank you very much. And if you've enjoyed this video, hit subscribe and hit like, and David and Marilyn will see you on another Qigong adventure very soon. Blessings and love, and thank you.